Ladies and gentlemen, what do you get when the unstoppable force collides with the immovable object? You get a damn good Advanced Wars match. And today, we have a match of the highest caliber for you all. But not only that, we also have a clash of two completely different playstyles. In one corner, we have StarFlash. If you've been following competitive Advanced Wars, you should know who this guy is. One of the most aggressive Advanced Wars players in the world. He loves to attack into his opponent. He's super aggressive. He doesn't just wait for things to happen, he makes them happen. In a live match, I don't think anyone can touch this guy when he's at the top of his game. Because of his impatience, he does tend to make weird plays from time to time, but once he gets rolling, there are very few players who are able to stop him. I do believe he is one of the best pure attackers in the world. However, he is up against none other than Incuggarch. You should also know this guy. He should need no introduction. He is still the best Advanced Wars player in the world. No one has been able to dethrone him as of yet. And he's also known for having some of the best defense in the entire community. This guy loves his artillery. He loves his walls. Like, attacking Incuggarch is like ramming your face into a wall of bricks. It's almost impossible to break through. This guy knows how to set up his defenses perfectly. And this is why I am so excited to cast this match, because we have the ultimate attacker versus the ultimate defender. And yeah, let's just see what happens. This is going to be absolutely insane. Just to demonstrate to you guys the caliber of this match, here is the all-time scoreboard. You can see that Incuggarch sits solidly at number 1, and he is up against StarFlash, who is number 3. Now, a bit of a fun fact, Incuggarch is about to become the first player in the world to hit 1700 rating on Advanced Wars by Web. A very monumental feat. It's kind of insane to see Incuggarch and Go 7 be so far ahead of the rest of the community. Like, they are like on a pedestal of their own, like far away in the distance. The problem is, when your rating is that high, you barely get points for winning. I think Incuggarch gets like 1 or 2 points per victory he gets. So unless he matches up against Go 7, which, by the way, I think you guys should queue together and make it happen. He's gonna have to beat like a lot more opponents before he hits 1700, but it probably will happen soon because this guy just never loses. It's insane. Anyway, so this match is, it was on the Global League, and when I saw these two queue up against each other, I like hit instant follow. I was like, this is gonna be a banger. And this map is an interesting one. It's called Reforming. I think it's called Reforming. I always link to my maps in the video description if you guys are gonna check them out on the website, but this is a Global League fog map, and it is a very weird one. A lot of people really struggle with this particular map because there's so many wacky openers you can do. It is a 2-base map, but there are 2 airports, so battlecopters are going to be very strong here. It's a deceptively open map in the center, but you do have these pipelines right here, which the conflicts tend to center around. So there tends to be a lot of units like clumping around these pipelines for defense, and then usually towards the late game you get like these big clashes in the center, which is very open, as you can see right here with these labs and the shoals and everything. But I think one of the reasons why people struggle playing on this map is because you have a lander. It's very uncommon to start with a lander, and this lander allows you to do many things. You can go and pick up this APC that you have on this island and bring it to the main front, so you can use it for transporting. You can also use it to transport your infantry over to this airport here early on, try to rush some battlecopters out. You also have this island right here, which has an enemy recon on it. So this recon not only scouts the opposing base, but it also prevents you from taking the airport early on. So you would definitely want to build an artillery to get rid of it, so that you can not only deny your opponent vision, but also get this property. And you also have like this weird artillery unit that is like centered on this weird shoreline right here. And on its own, this artillery doesn't do much, but if your opponent manages to get vision of either of these 2 properties, you can deny them with this artillery, forcing your opponent to build a battlecopter to go take it out. And that's a big investment, because you're losing out on a lot of tempo if you do that, because you want the battlecopter to go into the center, not go down and deal with the artillery for like 2 or 3 turns. So it's in most of the matches that I see, this artillery tends to stay up for the entire match. They don't really get taken out because it's simply not worth it. But they are very annoying, and especially it's a bit of a noob trap. If you send your infantry down here, you capture this property, you forget about this recon, you get shot on. Has happened to me a few times. I'm ashamed to admit it, but it's a very it's an annoying map. It's a very annoying map, but it's also I do like it, but I also hate it at the same time. Bit of a love-hate relationship with it overall. So I'm looking forward to seeing how these 2 titans open up their matches and how they deal with it, because I'm definitely going to be taking some notes from this match. However, one very strange thing about this particular matchup is that it seems like StarFlash and Incuggarch decided to play opposite day. Either that or they traded their favorite COs, because I expected to see StarFlash pick Jess and Incuggarch pick Jake, because StarFlash loves aggression. He loves picking Jess. He was one of the people who convinced me of how decent Jess was to begin with. I made an entire video on how underrated I think she is in the Global League. I'll throw a link to it if you want to check it out. And on the other hand, Incuggarch loves playing Jake because he gets that extended artillery range. And we all know Incuggarch really loves his artillery. But no, they just decided to swap. So we have Incuggarch as Jess and StarFlash as StarFlash as Jake. And it's really weird. It's really weird. I don't really know why they decided to do this. I don't know if this was some kind of internal agreement from them beforehand, or if they just decided to mix it up. Now, I will say, Jess is pretty good on this map because she's excellent at 2-base maps because there's less infantry, and Jess doesn't like infantry engagements, especially not against Jake, who can get that plains bonus. She can find herself very outmatched in like infantry-based capture battles. So she wants an all-out tank warfare, which is what you get with 2 bases. A lot of tanks get built there. However, there's also 2 airports on the map, and while Jess's battlecopters aren't bad, they're not great either. They get a 10% reduction in their firepower, which means that it does add up over the course of a match, and especially against Jake, who does get that plains bonus on his battlecopters. He definitely is a better battlecopter commander than Jess, but still, I do think that Incuggarch made a wise choice in picking Jess for this map because it is a 2-based fog match, which is where Jess shines. And of course, her turbocharged normal power, I cannot overstate how good this is. Like, compared to Jake's normal power beatdown, it is so much better. Beatdown is absolute crap. You never want to pop this. Blockrock is very good, but Jess has the advantage in that she has a lot more flexibility. She can use turbocharge for a very good push in the early game, or just a small push in the mid game, or she can chain them up to get 2 consecutive turbocharges in a row. That can be done. And her overdrive is also a fantastic pushing tool. I'd say Blockrock is slightly better because Jake does get that extra indirect range, but overdrive is absolutely devastating if you can pop that in the late game. 2 movement, so much firepower. You basically become max in tier 4 for a turn, which is crazy when you think about it. You can become max with good indirects. It's very hard to stand up against a Jess player popping overdrive. So, yeah, the COs are announced, the players are introduced. I say we get into the match, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go! So, StarFlash in the bottom left in the red trunks. Incuggarch in the top right, in the green trunks. Let's see how they decide to open up their match. So obviously, infantry, and yeah, see, lantern movement's very important early on. I think StarFlash is going to get the island. I think that's what he's going for. Either that, or he's just planning to do something with the lander. Let's see if they do the same thing. I also like to move this recon on top of this airport right here. Not only does it give more scouting range, but it also keeps the recon a little bit, makes it a little harder to kill. StarFlash also moving his artillery up here. This city is going to be captured before the comm tower, so that's what you want to focus on denying. So they're both pretty much doing the same thing, I think. No. Oh, interesting. So Incuggarch goes for... so this is a... I didn't see this for the first time I played this map, but this is a shoal tile. So Incuggarch is actually going to snatch the APC immediately. It's interesting to see them both go such wildly different openers. But yeah, looks like StarFlash is going to bring the infantry along with the lander and get the APC up immediately, whereas StarFlash is going to do that, whereas Incuggarch is not. So already we see both players doing wildly different openers. Incuggarch fetching that APC immediately, but not sending an infantry to the island to cap that property. I mean, it's just 1 property, so it's not a big deal. You're gonna get it eventually. Might be better to go for contested properties in the middle first. So, see what StarFlash decides to do. He starts capturing the island on his, or the island property, sends his lander back. Oh, could have boosted there, but I guess it wouldn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. He's going for this property, so it doesn't really matter. But he has this APC here in range of the infantry that's going to come out of this base, so that's pretty good. Opening up some more infantry. Let's see what Incuggarch decides to do. Okay, so now he goes for the island property as well. Goes down. He's probably going to capture this property first, I imagine. And sends his APC down perfectly to transport this particular infantry right here. Neither player rushing their airport immediately off the bat here, rather going for economic-based capture games. Yeah, StarFlash is actually not going this airport at all. He's going to go for this property right here. And One thing that is kind of tricky on this map is, as the red player here, these two properties are very hard to defend. They will more often than not be taken by the enemy, and same here for green player with these two properties right here. Very hard to hold on to them because the opponent will come from two different sides here and attack you, so it's tricky to deal with for sure. StarFlash sending his lander back now in preparation to pick up this infantry. Still there's infantry out of both players. No early recons, no early artillery, just infantry. And Incuggarch goes straight for this property in the center here and gets a little boost. That's a beautiful boost right there, you see that? So not only does he get this property, but he also ensures that this infantry can start capturing this property later on. So that's great. And here we go, Incuggarch's first artillery. The first of many, I'd say. He does love his artillery. I'm expecting StarFlash to build one as well, though. Because, again, you want to take out this recon as quickly as possible. You don't want to give your opponent more scouting information than necessary. For them to be able to see half of the units you build is devastating. Even if it's just infantry, that means they know where the infantry is going to come. They know that the infantry is going this way. They can get a perfect count. And you definitely want to take out this recon before you start building tanks and sending them up. Otherwise, they'll know exactly what's coming their way. And good players will always utilize scouting to the max. So yeah, both players opening up early artillery. I think this is pretty much the norm on this map. You just want to get rid of that recon as quickly as possible. Like how Incuggarch moves his recon up there just to scout this one property, just in case StarFlash is cheeky and trying to capture it. I don't think he will though. And oh boy, Incuggarch being forward with this APC right here. Damn, look at that. Not bad. So he actually moves his. Okay, he's being very aggressive here. Now this artillery is in range of this recon, but it does need vision. So what Incuggarch can do here is he can move down here, prepare to move into the mountain next turn to get some additional scouting. This should be fine, but he's not doing that, interestingly enough. Well, he can still scout with this infantry if it moves down here. Infantry have 2 vision, so this should be fine. And Incuggarch opens up a recon. So let's see what StarFlash decides to do. He too goes to deny the recon as early as possible. Gets this property before the airport. I kind of like that. That's nice. Now he can try and hold on to that. Now he will go for the airport, obviously. And both players just utilizing their APC very effectively here. You can also use this lander to transport ground units. It's not always worth it, but if you need to get something like an artillery or a rocket up here quickly, it can be done. So here we go. Oh, and nice. Incuggarch actually using this mountain to scout the recon. That's actually pretty smart. So there we go. Yeah, both players just trying to grab onto the city as early as possible. And it looks like Incuggarch has his eyes set on this island as well. I think StarFlash is definitely going to do the same thing. That was kind of weird. Oh, never mind. I thought he got shot up, but no, he just pressed wait. Many players will press wait on these units so they can cycle through and see that they moved all their units. I do this too, a lot. It's a good habit to have, honestly, just to make sure you moved all your units before press end turn. Can be kind of devastating if you don't. So there we go. Both of these recons are gonna die on the next turn now. And StarFlash doing a cute little infantry boost on the mountain here. I love to see it. I love how I've gone from hating boosting to absolutely loving it. It's just a fun little maneuver, you know? So, now StarFlash sees that infantry is at his doorstep. Incuggarch is capturing this property. He's going to get it. There's nothing StarFlash can do. Also, look how this APC can beautifully deny any units from going through here. Obviously, there are tanks in the vicinity, so Incuggarch needs to pull it back soon. But this area, and these two areas right here, are so cramped. So many good positions for artillery right here. This particular forest, such a good position for your artillery, because in order to scout it, you need to move right next to it. And if you then keep an infantry here, literally, it's impossible to get rid of it unless you have artillery of your own. So a very strong artillery map for sure. Okay, StarFlash is going aggressive right now, moving his APC all across the map, going for that one property, making sure that Incuggarch is not going to be able to get it. Incuggarch wastes no time in shooting down the recon and going for the airport. Sends his recon in to get some scouting intel, see what StarFlash is up to. Moving his APC here, just I don't really think this is gonna do much, but oh well. I mean, he's forcing StarFlash to attack from a road if he wants to attack, but I don't think he wants to attack at this point. But of course, Incuggarch doesn't know that. The trick to this map is trying to decipher where your opponent is being aggressive, if they're pushing here or if they're pushing here. You want to try and see where they are, and then you want to front switch to whatever side the action is taking place on. Otherwise, you're just gonna get overrun. Tank and recon out from Incuggarch right here. Moving his recon down just to get some scouting info, but he knows that thing is dead next turn. There's nothing he can do about it. StarFlash takes out the recon, starts capping. So here's where things can get a little dangerous. If your opponent gets a recon closer to the comm tower, they can move this artillery down here and start denying it, which is very annoying. And you may notice that StarFlash does not have his airport yet, so he doesn't have battlecopters in place to deny this. But he does have the airport down in the south, though, and he can start building battlecopters from there on out. So you do need to get anti-air out at some point on this map. You can't neglect it for too long. StarFlash moves his APC up north, uses it to block off. He's going to try and get this property. It's going to be tough, though. Incuggarch has both a recon and a tank in position to deal with this. So both players just healing each other out, trying to figure out where the other opponent is going to apply their pressure. And in comes Incuggarch with his tank. Takes a good shot at the APC. I believe that's a dead APC. Yup. So StarFlash loses his APC right now and gets an interrupt off. So Incuggarch actually being uncharacteristically aggressive here in the early goings of the match. He's going hard in on StarFlash. Very unusual to see him play this way. He likes to hunker down behind his artillery and let the enemy come to him, but maybe he knows that he's up against StarFlash, so maybe he should just apply the pressure right away to not let StarFlash get going. It could be his game plan right here. StarFlash goes for the comm tower. Will he be able to get it? We'll find out. Gets a good shot in on the tank right here. I don't think there is a chance for Jess to one-shot this without a comm tower, sadly, but thanks to the luck damage from the infantry, StarFlash is able to pick up the recon, which is a very nice pickup, and he's also bringing in his own artillery right now to help defend. Gets a good shot on the Jess infantry there. Against Jess, you want to take as many infantry engagements as you can. Exploit her weakness. Make it into an infantry battle. She hates that. She wants a tank warfare. Don't let her get the tank warfare. Alright, both players going for their comm towers. We'll see if there'll be any interruption going on. Wow, yeah, Incuggarch going hard in here. He's not sitting idly by. He's taking the fight to StarFlash right now. He's taking the fight to StarFlash, but both players still not fixating on either area. Incuggarch is actually spread out pretty evenly, where StarFlash is more focused around this area. So I have a feeling StarFlash is probably going to attack very hard into Incuggarch early on in the north side. That seems to be his strategy. We'll see if that's actually going to be something that he follows up with. Incuggarch now opening up double anti-air. He knows there's going to be a lot of battlecopters coming out very soon. With two airports on the map and up against Jake, who has very decent battlecopters, you want to be prepared and get those anti-air out as quickly as possible. You can't just react to what the opponent is doing. You have to predict. So, StarFlash captures the comm tower. And he's moving his artillery into position right now. Does Incuggarch spot it? Yes, he does. This tank right here. So now Incuggarch knows there's an artillery here. He can plan accordingly. StarFlash building a nice little wall around that infantry. Double tank from StarFlash. We know what that means. He's going to yeet. He's going into yeeting mode, ladies and gentlemen. But Incuggarch slowly inching down on the south side here with a pretty devastating attack. He doesn't know, probably, that StarFlash hardly has anything around here. Just a skeleton crew guarding the airport. The airport is actually wide open, and Incuggarch has an anti-air that he'll probably move in with the rest of the forces to take down that airport, and that is going to be very scary for StarFlash. He could end up losing his airport here if he's not careful. Meanwhile, Incuggarch is split in two. StarFlash is gathered here. This means that a very devastating attack is coming here. And Incuggarch knows this. There we go. We get the trademark Incuggarch artillery positioning. Impossible to break through. You cannot break through here. Not unless you got a medium or neo tank. And you don't have that during day 10. It's not impossible. So, again, Incuggarch knows this. He knows how to set up walls. Will StarFlash still attack into the wall, though? We'll see. Comes in with a battlecopter. Never shy away from building battlecopters as Jess. She can still make things happen with them. Big mistake is to never build battlecopters because, oh no, they got a 10% reduction in penalty. Whoa, now I can't build them. Just 10%, guys. They can still do their job well. And with a comm tower, they're effectively as good as regular battlecopters, so it's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, StarFlash is lining up for the attack. You can tell. You can tell he wants to go aggressive here. He sees that Incuggarch has a wall in preparation, but he's StarFlash. He attacks into everything, so I don't think he's going to shy away from this. However, he does need to be careful here. But the thing is, StarFlash now sees that Incuggarch has a pretty considerable force moving down to his airport, right? Well, maybe he doesn't see it, but he sees the recon here. And I think he saw some other units as well earlier. So he should be able to surmise that Incuggarch might have split up his forces, which means that it's the perfect time for him to strike. Let's see what happens. Incuggarch moves in. Yeah, now StarFlash definitely sees it. He sees anti-air, he sees recons. He knows that an attack is coming on the south side right now. So there's two things he can do. He can try and pull his forces down, or he can go all out aggressive in the north. Let's see what he decides to do. But Incuggarch now setting up that wall. Is it a perfect wall though? It doesn't look like a perfect wall. We'll see. I mean, I do think StarFlash can push through there. Incuggarch goes a second battlecopter to defend. And here we go. Day 12. This is the big turn. I think this is where StarFlash needs to make up his mind. Is he going to attack or is he going to retreat? Let's see what happens. He joined caps. Brings his tanks in. I think he's definitely going for the attack here. Battlecopter coming in now. He can't build battlecopters here because it's locked down by the anti-air. I wonder if maybe Incuggarch made a mistake showing his anti-air to StarFlash. Might have been better to keep it hidden and bank on StarFlash building a battlecopter here and then take it out immediately. But StarFlash is definitely... he's going in for the attack, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. He's in yeeting mode. He's in yeeting mode. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Yeah, he's just going headfirst into Incuggarch's artillery wall. He's saying, okay, bring it on, Incuggarch. I can take your attack, and then I'll shellac you on the next turn. Look how many more units he has compared to Incuggarch here. Yes, Incuggarch is a solid defender, but can he really hold out against such a superior force? We'll see. So Incuggarch still poking ahead. He doesn't know that there's like no units around here. For all he knows, there could be tons of units hiding around here, but he doesn't know. So you can see how careful he is, using his APC to scout. Now going for the city. He will get that city. But he's super cautious here. He doesn't know that StarFlash doesn't have anything in this area. Even brings in his lander for some reason. Maybe to block here? I mean, this is an interesting use of the lander. It can be actually used to block units coming through here. So something you could definitely try. And here we go though. Incuggarch, he is moving back. Interesting choice using the battlecopter to interrupt the cap. Maybe he's gambling on the fact that StarFlash won't have an anti-air. Yeah, so that looks a little bit weird. This tank is... Okay, so this is a replay viewer bug. This tank has moved. It just didn't register. This will happen a couple of times. So I do apologize for that. It will correct itself at the end, though. So Incuggarch joining his infantry together here. Yeah, there's two tanks that haven't been registered as moving. You'll see once the turn ends that they'll fix themselves. There we go. So yeah, apologies about that. The replay viewer has been a little janky as of late after the most recent update. I hope this is something that gets fixed soon. It seems to miss certain unit movements at times, but then it always corrects itself at the end of the turn. So I'll point it out whenever it happens. But yeah, so Incuggarch, he recognizes that this attack is scary as hell, and so he moves back as much as possible. But he does expend a battlecopter to interrupt here. I think he's gambling on the fact that StarFlash may not have an anti-air in position and thinking that maybe he can get away with it. But it's going to cost him. It's going to cost him a battlecopter. It's a gamble that didn't end up paying off. But yeah, StarFlash is like, okay, all right, you pull back, I push forward. Sadly, can't get through here. StarFlash doesn't have any battlecopters to break this wall, but he will soon. And he has his own artillery joining in on the attack here, and he will get 2 properties out of this. So again, once again, this tank didn't register its movement. I think it's moved over here. Kind of annoying, but, you know, I'll point it out whenever it happens. So yeah. There we go. Yeah, I moved it over here. So again, yeah, StarFlash is going all in at this point. He's like, okay. Incuggarch still being super cautious here. He still doesn't know that there's no unit, but now he knows. Now he sees that there's just a single tank and a recon here. And so I feel like he's going to be a lot more willing to attack now. So he shoots with his artillery, moves in with the battlecopter, and here comes the turbocharge. This is what makes Jess so scary. This normal power is so good. Look at that extra movement. The firepower. Boom! Is he actually going to get that artillery? Yes, he's going to shoot at it with a recon. The medium tank is coming in now, and again, just look at this defense from Incuggarch. It is so hard to attack into the sky. He knows exactly how to position his units. Now using the lander to boost his infantry forward. Setting up his... Look at how... This guy's so patient. He's so patient. He never overextends. Even when he knows he's not up against much, he refuses to give away his position. So here we go. And look at how knowing this APC is completely guarding. And this artillery too. StarFlash goes straight into that artillery trap. And here comes the block rock. This is a scary power. Now, Incuggarch does have his own power active right now, which means that he does get that 10% passive defense boost. Doesn't matter though. Tank complains. Look at that. Look at the firepower. Uses the lander to block. Takes out a Battlecopter. Very nice. Goes again for the capture. Gets another planes boosted Battlecopter attack. Incredibly nice. Oh, look at that. Beautiful attack from StarFlash. Sadly, doesn't get the planes bonus on the last tank there, but gets it, plonks it down on the city, which is kind of nice. And, ooh, okay, interesting. He really doesn't want to give Incuggarch that airport, and I kind of understand why. So he's building a lot of tanks now, but this is a scary attack from Incuggarch. I think this is going to be tough for him, for StarFlash to defend against. So, yep, let's see what Incuggarch decides to do. This pipe seam has been broken down, but the replay viewer doesn't register it. Sorry for the confusion. But I don't know quite when Incuggarch blasted it open, but it must have been a little while ago, because I don't remember seeing it. But it is blasted open. Again, this medium tank too didn't register, so, but I'm pretty sure he plunked it down right here. Again, Demon Hunter, please fix. The latest patch seems to have broken something with the replay viewer. It doesn't register all forms of movement. Rocket from Incuggarch, ladies and gentlemen. Rocket! That's how you know this guy is ready to defend. Artillery? Oh no. He built a rocket against StarFlash. Could be considered the definition of insanity to build a rocket against the most aggressive player in the world, but that is just how confident Incuggarch is in his defenses. StarFlash goes in. He doesn't want to give any ground to Incuggarch here. He's like, okay, you're not taking my airport. He has a smaller force, but he's moving in with a lot of reinforcements. It seems like he'll be able to push back this attack right here. In fact, I'd say StarFlash is looking like he's in a pretty good position right now. He was even able to salvage his artillery. He'll send that back for repairs right now, which is pretty nice. So that works. And again, once again, using the lander to block this time. It's a genius. A very, very clever use of the lander. I have never thought about using the lander in this way before. I've always used it to transport infantry, but using the lander to cut off this avenue of attack is genius. And looks like the pipe seam finally updated, so that's nice. That's less confusing. I don't know if this pipe seam has been broken down yet. It seems like the replay viewer skips attacks against it. Wow, one-shots. Damn, look at that, yeah. Just artillery with a comm tower, one-shotting infantry. Pretty devastating. So it looks like Incuggarch is now getting ready for an attack in the center. Sending his forces back for repairs. The rocket is now in position as well. This rocket is very valuable, but it is also a big double-edged sword, because if it gets taken out, that pretty much means StarFlash wins the match, because it is just that valuable. But I like that he has it, because this rocket just allows him some crazy defensive opportunities against StarFlash. And he knows that StarFlash is the kind of guy to yeet into anything. Just look at how StarFlash is yeeting right now. He is just yeeting. He's like, nope, I'm not going to let you retreat. I'm going to kill you before you can retreat. StarFlash is out for blood. My goodness, this guy's out for blood. Yeah, now he's shifting a lot of his forces to the south. He's hoping to catch Incuggarch while he's retreating. Maybe he can cut off a considerable amount of his forces. Yeah, he's moving everything down south right now. He is in full pursuit mode. He realizes he's not taking this airport, so he might as well congregate in the center and get ready. So, yeah. But Incuggarch's like, okay, you want to pursue me into my artillery? All right, I'll stop and shoot on you then. I'll just place a wall here that you won't be able to breach. Or will you? His rocket is out of position, though. It's going to take a while for this rocket to be able to reach all the way down. So, but it's slowly but surely, it'll make its way down here. So yeah, look at that. Incuggarch setting up the perfect defense against StarFlash. Now StarFlash getting cheeky again. He's like, oh, a city. I'll get this city. Moves in with the recon. He now sees the rocket. He knows there's a rocket here, so he knows he has a very limited window to attack south. And you can see he's going for it. StarFlash is, okay, yeah, all right, I see a rocket. I'm just going to go balls to the wall, and that's exactly what he's doing. This is traditional classic StarFlash yeeting right here. He's just going all in. It's such a treat seeing StarFlash attack. I love seeing his attacks. He's so good at just making the most of his units and just punching through his opponent's wall. But Incuggarch is not losing his cool. Most players, I think, would have panicked here and just withdrawn to the center, surrendering all these properties. Incuggarch will do no such thing. In fact, he'll answer with a turbocharge. And he's like, okay, I can attack too. And that's exactly what he does. He knows that if he resigns this part of the map right here, he knows that he's done for. He knows that StarFlash will capture 2 to 3 properties from him, and he'll have a huge advantage. He even leaves an artillery conveniently in this forest, just in case StarFlash decides to do something cheeky. His rocket's still a little bit out of position, but it'll be in position soon enough. So here we go. Will StarFlash continue his attack He sees that Incuggarch is ready for him. He sees the medium tank. StarFlash doesn't have a medium tank of his own in position to deal with this at the moment, so this is a scary attack. He attacks with his artillery. Now StarFlash like, okay, well, I don't care. I'm gonna go for it. Yeet! He's going for it. Oh my goodness. Ultimate attacker versus ultimate defender right here. He doesn't care. So that's a pretty scary attack now, but they're still so even though. Their value is very similar. But StarFlash is sitting on that block rock right now. He hasn't popped it yet. I'm very surprised as to why he didn't pop it. Maybe he didn't see enough opportunities to use it. He could have very easily popped it the previous turn, but doesn't care. Apparently he's saving it for a bigger push. But yeah, Incuggarch's not really relenting. He's keeping up his defenses. He's not withdrawing, but he's not attacking either. He's just solidifying his position in the south here. This rocket is now not quite in position yet, but it's starting to get into a position where it will be very hard to deal with. And StarFlash surely knows this. So right now, StarFlash has to make a crucial decision. Is he going to attack or defend? He is actually pulling back, I think. Or is he? Nope. Nope, never mind. He's StarFlash. He's just going to keep attacking. Wow. Alright, takes out a battlecopter. Moves his tanks into position. Yeah, this guy is not given an inch. Sadly, though, because he's pulled all of his forces down to the south, these properties are now completely exposed. And StarFlash, if he doesn't divert some forces to the north right here, along with an anti-air to deal with his battlecopter, he's going to lose potentially a lot of properties. But that won't matter if he mops up this entire army from Incuggarch. So even though StarFlash is slightly behind in value right now, I do actually see good things for him. He could pop a block rock right now and try to bust through this. That would be scary as hell. With a block rock, I don't know though. Is it enough? Like, he can't punch. It might just be that this wall is too solid for StarFlash to break through, because here you can really see Jake's weakness in action here. He has a block rock ready, but look how few plane tiles there are for him to take advantage of here. Incuggarch has centered his defenses around the roads and the properties, and the few plane tiles that are available, he is occupying them. So if StarFlash pops block rock right now, there's not a lot he can do with it. He doesn't get the bonuses, and I think that I don't think he's going to be able to punch through this wall. This wall from Incuggarch is just too solid. Let's see if StarFlash goes for it. Doesn't it? Nope. He can't. He cannot break through here. There's not enough plane tiles for him for block rock to be effective enough. He's not going to be able to break through this medium tank. Even with block rock, he can't. Like, if these were plane tiles, sure, he would have had a chance of breaking through this. But just look at how masterfully Incuggarch uses the terrain against StarFlash here. He knows that block rock has its limitations, and he's exploiting it. This just shows his mastery of the COs. He knows exactly what Jake is capable of doing and what he isn't capable of doing. And that's why he feels confident standing against him, even though there's a block rock ready. And even StarFlash, aggressive as he is, he knows that this attack is pure suicide. He cannot do it. Instead, he's bringing in the medium tanks. He knows he needs medium tanks in order to break through this. And now he does have medium tanks. So let's see what Incuggarch does. Incuggarch now takes a property from StarFlash. They're now tied in income. This is scary. StarFlash does have a recon here, but these cities are going to fall if StarFlash doesn't do something. Incuggarch has battlecopters, a tank, and artillery. He probably recognizes that these properties are exposed. In fact, no. Incuggarch now front shifts to the north. He's like, okay, I'm not gonna attack into that. I'm just gonna go north and take your properties. StarFlash now bringing in a rocket of his own. Okay, he's like, okay, you're gonna build a rocket? I'll build a rocket. Fine, sure, I'll do it. Ooh, scary, StarFlash. You just put a medium tank in rocket range. What are you doing? Oh, does he not know? Did he forget? Did he think that the rocket moved away? Oh boy, this is bad. Let's see what Incuggarch decides to do. Yeah, that hurts. Oh, I can kill it. Now, here's the thing, though. Will he actually move in and take out the medium tank? I have a feeling he won't. Nope. Incuggarch doesn't take the bait. He doesn't take... A lot of players would have taken this bait. A lot of players would have moved in with the medium tank and tried to take it down, but not Incuggarch. He recognizes the trap for what it is. He doesn't take it. He just takes the shot. He takes the shot, and he's happy with that shot. Could have been an elaborate trap from StarFlash that Incuggarch just didn't fall for him. Either that or StarFlash just forgot about the rocket. I don't know. You never know with StarFlash. He's so good, but sometimes he makes weird plays. It's just one of his weaknesses. But man, is he ever entertaining to watch, though. But yeah, looks like we're going to have a big standoff in the center right now. Yeah, this is going to be a huge battle in the center. Both players are just sizing each other up right now. Incuggarch does have the value lead, but that can so easily be crushed by StarFlash just popping block rock and going all in, because there are a lot of plane tiles, and Incuggarch knows this. Incuggarch knows that he doesn't want to take a fight in the center against StarFlash, because there's so many plane tiles for Jake to take advantage of. So, but still though, look at this wall. I mean, how do you attack into this? First of all, you need vision. StarFlash could use another recon in his army, I think. His sole recon is up north, and I think it's going to be tough for him to do anything with it. But yeah, both players right now just getting ready. Incuggarch now taking out StarFlash's lander. That's kind of cute. And who will make the first move? Who will make the first attack? We're just kind of in a stall late game right now, where both players are just trying to figure out. And looks like StarFlash is finally deciding to move forward. He doesn't like the stally game. We all know this. StarFlash hates stall matches. He wants to make things happen, so he's now moving forward. But I'm wondering if he may be moving into the Lion's Maw right now. Because look at Incuggarch. He has a perfect, like, just like, what do you call it? Like, not a convoy, but like, what do you call it when like, you're like spread out around? It's a term often used in StarCraft. The word escapes me right now. It's convoy, colluding, something like that. He has like a nice spread around StarFlash, and is he actually going to go for it? He brings in his recon. Doesn't look like he plans to go for it now. Gets another shot off with his rocket. He's going to get another property. I don't think there's any way for StarFlash to interrupt that, so that's kind of bad. It looks like he's baiting StarFlash in. He recognizes that StarFlash wants to attack, and I think he's baiting him in. Let's see if StarFlash continues to advance forward. This is so tense right now. Nope, he won't. He doesn't take the bait. StarFlash is like, no, I'm not moving into that. I'm moving north, where most of Incuggarch's forces will count for nothing. So Incuggarch now sees a good portion of StarFlash's army. He knows that they're hugged around here. Let's see what happens. He moves in with the recon to see what he can see. He now sees a lot of the wall. And oh my goodness, overdrive. You know what's going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen. You know what's going to happen here. Incuggarch is going for it right now. He sees the attack. Oh my goodness, look at how devastating Jessin. Oh, that recon gets so much vision. Look at how beautiful her superpower is. Oh my goodness, this is a devastating attack. Oh, just barely. No, he gets the rocket as well. Oh, he gets the rocket as well. Oh, this is devastating. Incuggarch just going for the throat right now, seeing the attack and just pouncing on StarFlash. My goodness, this is a devastating attack. Jess is so good in the late game, man. This is what I tried to tell people. Like, her overdrive is so good for tier 4. StarFlash just got decimated. 100k to 236k. He's obviously going to try and pop a block rock, but I don't see any way that StarFlash gets around this. He just took too much damage. It's a decent counterattack, and yeah, I mean, obviously, this is not a... Like, StarFlash counterattacks pretty well, too. But there's just no way. Yeah, no way, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely no way. My goodness. What an absolutely, insanely entertaining match. Gotta love it. Gotta love watching two of the best players in the world duke it out against each other. I love it. Absolutely love it. This was such a treat to watch. And I don't know about you guys, but I picked up a thing or two about this match and how to play it, and I'll definitely take notes going forward, because watching these two players duke it out on this match, it's such an amazing thing to behold. StarFlash, man, he's so good, but Incuggarch he's in a league of his own. Like, I feel like he's also gotten more aggressive lately. Incuggarch's known for being this very stally, passive player, but I feel like as of late, Incuggarch has also gotten more aggressive. He's much more fond of, like, attacking. Normally, like, Incuggarch matches is him just grinding his opponent down to a halt, but here I feel like he really took the fight to StarFlash. StarFlash was definitely the more aggressive of the two, but Incuggarch just defended perfectly, and then he like slowly accumulated an advantage over StarFlash, and then towards the late game when it turned into a stall, Incuggarch recognized that he was ahead and he just BAM! Went for it. And just completely took out StarFlash. A masterful display of advanced force skill right here. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this match. I certainly enjoyed casting it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. And I shall see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.